VR Skater has officially exceeded my personal expectations for it. Let me explain. Now, when you first start up VR Skater, the first thing you're going to do is figure out if you're either goofy or regular. Now, once I was set to regular, from that very first push of my skateboard, I was instantly in love. And the reasoning behind that was of how good it felt to be riding on the skateboard. Not only the sounds of the wheels on the concrete beneath my feet, but how smooth it was within the headset as well. It truly gave me a feeling of riding on a skateboard, as I've been doing for over 18 plus years. Now, if I thought I was in love from just pushing, my goodness, after that first ollie and kickflip, I was now sold and so ready to take on everything this game wants to throw at me. Now, once you get through the initial intro of the game, learning the basics, the first thing it's going to want you to do is go to the academy so you can start learning all the different tricks that you can do. Now, the game does a great job of putting you in a simplistic warehouse so you can learn all the ins and outs of how to skateboard. It instantly reminded me of a lot of skate parks that I've been to in the past. Now, there's different levels of training that you can do within the academy, starting from beginner to advanced and to pro. Within all these, you're going to learn the ins and outs of the ollie, the nollie, the kickflip, the heel flip, the 360 flip, the 50-50, the 5-0, the nose grind, the tail slide, the backside tail. You get the picture. Now, me personally, I played through every single tutorial before I jumped into the first level, but I know my buddy Yonug Gaming, he played about the first tutorial and right away was kind of getting a little frustrated with some of the advanced tricks and jumped into the first level, and that actually kind of helped him as he felt like he was able to kind of get some more freedom and then go back to training and learn things that were more advanced. So you do what's right for you in that scenario, but I'll also link his review down below if you want to check out his opinions. Now, Deficit Games has done a great job with giving you the explanations of how to do each trick within this game, as in the beginning it can come off a little complicated because there is a lot going on, and the more I started playing through the tutorials, the more it was all connecting in my head. As well as I was very impressed with the way that they decided to map everything, as that was one of the things I was so curious about after seeing this trailer for the first time, of how exactly are you going to control everything. But it really does become second nature, as using, for me, skating regular, my right hand is my right foot and my left hand is my left foot. And I'm not gonna lie, in the beginning, it was pretty rough. I was falling a lot. But once again, that reminded me of how it is to really skateboard. Every time somebody tells me they want to get into actual skateboarding, I always tell them, you gotta learn how to fall, because you're gonna fall a lot. And just like in real life, VR Skater is no different. You're gonna fall a lot, and you're gonna take a lot of attempts at the same trick. But once you get it down, ooh, it is going to feel so good. Once I was all done with training, I headed over to the first level, and each level is going to present you with 4 different modes: Spot Challenge, Street Run, Best Trick, and Sudden Death. Spot Challenge, where you're given a specific area that you have to start and land your trick while given 3 attempts, and you get to combine those 3 attempts for your final score. Street Run, where your goal is to reach the finish and score as high as possible. Best Trick, where you're given 5 attempts to do any tricks or combos across the entire map, and the best 4 tricks go towards 1 total score. And last but not least, Sudden Death, where you achieve a high score in 1 line without stopping or falling. Now, the first time I actually completed a Sudden Death line, I felt like I was amazing. Just the fact that I got to go from the start of the level to the end without falling, without stopping, and nailing every trick I wanted to hit. Now, once you've got medals in enough of these modes and you reach level 5, you'll officially unlock the Skate Shop. The Skate Shop is where you can go to change out your deck, your grip tape, your trucks, your wheels, and as you can see, the aesthetic of this shop is exactly what you'd expect out of walking into your local skate shop. And you can see here, there's a lot of variety for each thing that you can switch out for your board, and the more you level up, the more you're gonna unlock. And this is also a chance where you get to appreciate the detail they put into this game, where you can see how your deck has got worn down based on how much you grind. Now, I know like most things in life, the more you do something, the better you get at it, but something that feels just so extra good about this game, with every day I would pick it up and truly feeling like I was getting better and landing bigger tricks and getting bigger combos, that satisfaction was so gratifying, and once again reminded me so much of what it's like to actually skateboard. Focusing on one specific line or trick or combo that you want to get and not doing anything else until that is done. And while you can go for the insane crazy combos and get gold medals and everything, you can also just chill on it and skate as if you're actually skating in real life, where, you know, me personally, I'm not going to do any of those insane combos, but just skating around the city, busting some tray flips, doing some nose slides, it just feels so good. Deficit Games really understood the assignment when it came to making a skate simulation that also can have some arcade style to it. Now, me personally, I grew up on the Tony Hawk Pro Skater games, loved playing through the Skate series, and any new skateboarding game that has come out, I have played. So that's why when I saw the trailer for VR Skater, I was so excited to see somebody was making a VR skateboarding game, but also I wanted to keep my expectations in check because there's been times where I see a trailer for a cool VR game, I get to play it, and it doesn't quite hit the level of making me feel like I'm doing whatever it's trying to make me feel like I'm doing. Just for frame of reference, there was a snowboarding game that I was excited to play where once again you use your left hand and right hand as your left and right feet, and it just didn't feel like I was actually cruising down a mountain. But for this, Deficit nailed it. Like I said, from first push, I was sold. My brain was like, yeah, I'm on a skateboard, I'm skating on the street right now. It all felt so good. And maybe I'm even extra hyped about it because lately I have not had enough time to skateboard. I'm a father of 2 with a full-time job. I don't get to skate as much as I want to, so getting to be able to just go up to my game room and get in a skate sesh before I go to bed or whatever, it feels so great. And while I do need to give a big shout out to the developer Deficit Games as well as the publisher Perp Games, so thankful for them providing me with a review code. But understand that has nothing to do with my positivity of this game. Because as an actual skater, I'm going to judge this game so hard, and if I didn't think it was good, I would tell you to avoid it, don't play it. But it's the exact opposite. It is so good, you can see the care and love they put into creating this game, so I can't encourage you enough. It's only $34.99 on the PlayStation Store right now. That's a steal for everything you get, because this is a game that I believe you're going to play for a long time. It's definitely been some time that I feel like I've gotten a game that I know I'll play for years to come. For example, you look at Super Hot, Beat Saber, Pistol Whip, those are games I can always jump back into and have a good time. This is on that level. I truly have already become a little addicted to it where I just want to get in a little sesh every day because also I don't want my skills to drop. I don't want to forget something within, the combos that I'm doing. Like I want to keep playing it so I keep getting better and keep getting more comfortable with every line I want to hit. There's not a lot of games that really ever make me feel that way, so I gotta give it up to Deficit Games as they did a great job making a skateboarding game that not only will relate to somebody who doesn't skate, but also to somebody like me who's been skating almost my entire life. Now I know you're like, Tito, all you've said is positive things. Do you have anything negative to say about this game? And while I don't have anything particularly negative, I do have some things that I would like to see added in the future. For one thing, not having the ability to do a backsmith or a frontsmith, that's something that I would love to see implemented in the game. And one of the only mechanics that didn't feel the smoothest for me was the way you can ollie to the side, where by doing that, you have to actually have the motion of your head to swing to the left or swing to the right, and it just didn't always feel the best, and I honestly don't really utilize it a lot because it feels kind of awkward. And also, it would be cool to have some type of multiplayer with this game. I mean, this is just perfect to play a game of Skate. If I could play a game of Skate against my friend, going trick for trick, and we can pick whatever spot we want to play at, that sounds like such an amazing time. But I understand Deficit is a small team, and I mean, hats off to the developer, right? As everything you did already is amazing. Now, I could probably go on and on about this game because anytime I get to talk to somebody about video games or skateboarding, I could talk forever. And Deficit Games has done an amazing job of taking two things I love so much, skateboarding and video games, and combining them in a way that feels like it was made for me. Also too, as a reminder, while right now there's 6 total maps you can play through, there's going to be 3 extra DLC maps coming in the future. And if you purchase the game before November 4th, you're going to get those 3 additional maps for free. Now, we've already received one of those DLC maps in the form of the Mega Ramp, and it is so much fun flying through the air doing some crazy tricks. And if you can't tell already, I cannot recommend this game to you enough. So if you're on the fence of debating if you should buy it, get off that fence and head over to the PlayStation Store and pick it up for $34.99. And for those of you who love physical media like myself, as you can see, in October they are going to be launching a physical version for $39.99. And before I end this video, we're actually going to make some Gunchuck Gaming history here. Now, I personally feel like I never have time to truly review a game and give it a score, but this is going to be the first of many to come. And the review score I'm going to give to VR Skater will be a 9 out of 10. This game is so near perfect that my heart wants to say 10 out of 10, but my brain says 9 out of 10, as I still feel like there's some very small tweaks they can make to get it to that perfect score. But all in all, Deficit Games, shout out to you. Thank you for creating such a phenomenal game. This is not just a cash grab. It's not full of microtransactions. It's a beautiful content complete game that's going to keep you coming back time and time again because of how much fun it is to play, but also how much satisfaction you get from every single trick you land. Now, if you made it this far in the video, do me a favor and hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so I can keep you up to date with more things from VR Skater and other games in the future. As always, I appreciate you joining me today, and have a great rest of your day.